So how are we going to change that? Well, I actually do believe, and this has already been said by the moderator at the very beginning, are you engaged? Are you the citizenry? Are you the professionals, the citizens, the civic society, civil society, engaged in holding people accountable, in demanding and expecting goals, in looking at that manifesto and saying, well, what will this actually cost? Well, what's the actual timeline? Well, what's the implementation plan? I think the missing ingredient is not better representatives. Because, only certain kinds of personalities are attracted to politics. And we already know that the pay ain't that good. I shouldn't say that because I might be attracted to politics. But the quality and level of engagement of the citizenry, that's how things are going to change about this. That's the missing link in our country. Citizenship. That's it. Because if I know that I don't have to actually fix anything in 5 years to get you to vote for me again, why try to fix anything? Especially since I'll probably make some enemies along the way and lose some votes, and I might fail. If I set a goal, what if I don't reach it? You might actually fire me. But if I don't set a goal, and you don't want me to set a goal, I just need to sing to you, get you a t-shirt, have some fireworks, buy you a harp. So I will round up by saying that I think that civil society needs to step up, and we need to actually begin to apply real measures to government performance. Because we know what the problems are. We know we have an overweight society. We know we have an underachieving public educational system. We know we have a situation of congestion on our streets. We know we have a situation of, whether you want to talk about backlog or delinquency or, we are spiraling every year, a new record. And we know what the problems are. And you talk about the other side of it, which is oversight, which is interesting. We have a best commission. The government created it. The government created it. To do what? To oversee, right? To provide oversight. To examine environmental impacts and make recommendations. You can create almost anything, Anyway, I can leave it. I can leave it. I can leave it. So I would say, don't disrupt my mind. I think we have to look at the professional class, the elites of this country, who have benefited most from the independence project, from the liberation movement which took place in this country, who have benefited most from the sacrifices alluded to earlier, have got to come off the sideline. You've got to come off this. Trust me, you will not have a country in 15 to 20 years if you stay on the sideline. You won't. You won't. So it is time for people to step forward and demand in a bipartisan way that the problems be addressed, that the solutions which we all know exist be acted on and implemented in a strategic fashion. There is no more time to waste. And public opinion is a tool. Public opinion is something which can be used, but we've got to reach a stage where the citizenry is looking for leadership, yes, and the leadership has to come from beyond the House of Assembly. The people of the Bahamas are looking for people they can trust to tell them the truth and to stand up and say, we've got to do X, Y, and Z. Ironically, it's in your own self-interest to do so. It is not in your self-interest, actually, to be silent. It isn't, not any longer. So I would conclude by saying that a good place to begin for this country, the 21st century Bahamas, is a 21st century constitution. I'm not a lawyer, but this country needs a new constitution. This country needs a constitution that its people actually have a hand in crafting. Because we started this whole thing, I believe, someone threw the word of governance out there. So many of our governance problems come back to that Constitution and what it enables some to do and others not to do. And oversight, well, if you're going to be able to oversight, it's like having a dog who's supposed to watch the yard, but the dog could bark, but he ain't got no teeth. I'm not afraid of a dog who ain't got no teeth. Would you? You can gum me to death? You cannot, unless you have real accountability, real transparency, real independence, and real power sharing, the executive will continue to do what they've been doing, which is basically have a benign dictatorship, and sometimes not so benign dictatorship, elected and with your consent. Thank you.